Go. Alright, coming to Dante Starcraft, we have ourselves an interesting Terran vs Zerg in the Antec Attack semifinals. Over here in the North Spawn, we have our Zerg player, Lulush of Millennium. Teammates with Stefano. Down here at the south end in the yellow, we have our Happy player, the Terran Empire Happy. And casting with me, we are good friend Default. I know you play a lot of TVZ. What do you think about this matchup?
Well, right now, looks like the pretty typical opening for both of these players. This matchup can be hard for the Terran player. Personally, I like to go for early drops in these matchups, try to get rid of the ability for the Zerg to get the infestors, because once they get the infestors, it's very difficult for the Terran to be efficient with bio.
And let's note, pretty bold scouting path here by Lelouch. I don't personally like this, just from the number of 2 racks as you see on this map. And that said, we do have an early SCV scout.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 15 hatch from the Zerg. Pretty standard versus Terran, especially on this map. It's a larger map, so everything pretty typical here.
We will note no gas either from Happy. We could be seeing a fast expand from him as well.
Yeah, that's more than likely.
And that seems to be the new metagame with the nerf, or I should say the buff to Queens. We haven't seen as many Hellion openers. It seems better just to go for that fast expand.
Alright.
You can't kite the Queens anymore. So the early Hellions aren't doing anything. So pretty much you give up the 30 seconds, and yeah, you'll see a fast expand here. You give up the 30 seconds, and instead of getting the Hellions at your opponent's base at 6:30, you get them in about 7. But you have an expansion up.
And this will allow you to get your gas sooner, so you can do things like get siege mode, get blue flame, or just go for early drops. I mean,
You're right, this is a much easier transition to mech than going from the standard Hellion opener into mech.
so mech is a lot more costly. It's comparable to a Protoss army as far as how much it costs, really.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison. And the immobility is very similar as well.
Right, you just get this big death ball. Looks like still no gas for.
Yeah, still no gas from our Zerg player. Is this going to be a
Yeah.
it's going to be a gasless opening? We have 4 queens, 6 queens possibly.
This is quite interesting. We've got more queens coming, yeah.
This will be the Spanishiwa opening, our Ice Fisher build, as we've heard so many times. Now, I don't personally like this, because if you look, his gas is going to be extremely delayed. All he'll have is slowlings and queens. So this Terran, if he scouts it, can actually just take an uncontested third. And Zerg cannot do anything to punish this.
And the question is the Terran going to scout it? No, we don't have any map vision. He doesn't even have his eye right now, so looks like he's really focused on getting his tech going and maybe going for an early push anyways. We'll see here. Oh no, he's going to go for the Hellion. So yeah, there will be some pretty quick awareness here for the Terran.
And I see Banshees possibly again too. He's a big Banshee player. He loves his Banshees, so we could possibly see this barracks lift off as soon as it's done.
And the question is, will Lelouch be able to utilize those queens in a way that he is protected from those Banshees? Is he going to have the gas up in time to get the lair to get the detection?
Yeah, or even
There's no
Evo chamber. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say there's no Evo chamber on the way, even so.
Yeah.
If he were to get Banshees, but
He's not. He opted to go into the stem. So pretty good choice from Happy not knowing what's going on. He'll check for a third. There's actually a big mistake. He's kind of mis-executing this build. If you're going to go for the Ice Fisher, you need to take that fast third. He has floating 400 minerals right now. He needs to use that. The whole point of this build is to have a huge influx of minerals and to be able to spend them all. Not really doing that right now.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a bit of a Protoss, anti-Protoss build. The same kind of idea where you take that third, but without that third. Ooh.
Yeah, this is going to be completely negated. He's going to be a 2-base Zerg behind on gas, which is never the position you want to be in versus a Terran player.
Right, and he does have the macro hatch, but you know, what is he going to do with it?
Yeah, slowlings aren't exactly going to be able to do anything.
He's almost got this roach warren up, but is he going to try to use that for defense, or is he going to try to do a huge roach push? It's looking more and more like he's playing a Protoss.
Yeah, and if we actually go to the timer right now, if he does not take this third in the next 15 to 20 seconds, it's going to be very indicative of a all-in. Because he's going to.
You know, it's not easy for him to take that third anyway. You know, these Hellions are just doing a great job. Happy's doing a great job of keeping even this creep back from the third, and but now these roaches are out. Maybe he can try to take the third now, but
yeah, his early speed almost finished 1-1 as well. Slight 30-second lead over Happy's upgrades.
Happy's got his starport flying to his reactor core, so he's about to have medevacs coming out 2 at a time, and that's gonna not be good with this all Queen Ling Roach. Well,
Queen goes down, Roaches go down. There's too many Hellions to deal with. Without those upgrades, they just melted. He's having to build more Roaches now, and that's just going to eat further into his supply. You see him with about a 40 supply advantage, 30 supply advantage, but that's going to be inflated with the Roaches because they're so supply heavy.
Does get a decent stun on these Hellions, but Hellions are still doing a great job of keeping those things back.
Yeah, and the most important thing, he's making Lelouch build more than he wants to. He needs to be droning right now. At the same time, we do have a third going down from Happy, so he saw that gasless expand. He knows what's going on. He's going to punish him for it now.
Yeah, and all these lings are just going to fall. But more lings will be reinforced here. So it looks like he is going to be able to keep this third for now. But with the third already halfway up for Happy, it's
not looking too good. Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of this build. Like you said at the very beginning of the game, he may be going for these drop plays, and slow Roaches and Lings are not enough to stop drops.
Yeah, especially with these Hellions, you know, I mean, these Lings are going to get this run by here. Oh, but the wall goes up just in time.
Yeah, it's going to be cleaned up.
And these Lings should really just fall back.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You need something to break that.
This looks bad. Happy just really showing why he is.
Oh yeah, good positioning. Zerglings can't get us around. Roaches just aren't doing enough damage to negate the medevacs healing.
Happy taking so little and doing so much with it. Just really.
Units lost to that, we have 3,000 to 1,000 right now, so you can just see the huge losses. If we go over to our income, we have only a 5-drone lead over the Terran player. Going into the late game, not a good position to be in.
Yeah. No, Happy's just going to elevate into the main. He's got his second drop on the way. You know, he's going to check out the eyes, and he's going to take his third while denying his opponent's third. And what's Lelouch gonna do? He can't stop that drop. He can't even stop that drop. What's he gonna do when the reinforcements come?
Yeah, let's know. We do have infestors out. They do have the upgrade. They do have their pathogen glands, so some fungals will be able to help out a little bit. And if he suicides him like
there
that,
goes the fungal. Yeah, but that fungal is gonna make a huge difference if he could get his lings in position.
Yeah, it's definitely you need both of them. You can't have just the infestors or just the lings.
But you know, this drop's cleaned up, so you know, if he can take his fourth, he's got a lot of money saved up. If he could even take Yeah, his third and his fourth. See, he's got the third on the way.
Okay, and I'm sorry to
So
cut you off. This is a big thing I see. If you look, Lush just took his hive tech. Now, why is he doing that? He just burns so much money into that. He needs to build up his links and build up his investors and start pushing back this Terran player. See, look at that. That just
all the fungals are good, but the infestors fall for it. And this
just
base is compromised as well.
yeah, it's
you know,
gone.
you're,
It's
you're
gone.
absolutely right. The hive tech is completely unnecessary. You know, he still can't try. He's just really getting ahead of himself, and he's gonna now have to cancel this. Well, that'll be cleaned up, but how long till? And Happy's just messing with him now. I mean,
Yeah, I've been conservative. Being conservative. He's probably a little confused how weak the army was that came to stop that. So he's probably just kind of searching around. If you see he's scouting up here in the northeast or northwest, he's looking for something because that was just, he doesn't know what's going on.
Lush is not giving up though. He's got these bases on the way.
Okay, and let's notice hive tech done. It's like, okay, you sacrificed so much to get that, and now what can you do with that? You can barely start adrenaline glands if he wants to.
Younglings, Happy engaging kind of recklessly here, just trying to avoid fungals, but okay, now these siege tanks are in position. And Happy accidentally killing his own tank there.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just good volleyball tactics from the infested Terrans.
He doesn't even care.
He's just gonna march right in. This is really.
But all these infestors here could change some things with these infested Terran though. Are they too early? No, looks
some
like
good
they're gonna
fungals.
do their job. And the fungal does, like it does so many times, change. That tank's not, yeah, everything is gonna get cleaned up here. And these infestors survive, and that's the important thing for the Zerg, is to keep those infestors alive.
Alright, we do have Adrenaline Glad started. As far as our upgrades go, we do have +3 at melee coming out. Maybe some Ultra Lords eventually, if he can get some 4th and 5th base and get that gas going. But we do have an extremely large army coming out from the south. He's going to challenge that 3rd. I don't know if this is going to be held.
Yeah, that's a lot of siege tanks, and with these infestors now in range of these units, well, the sandwich
It's going to take perfect micro.
actually might. This is really dangerous, and Happy just really, really smart with his spread.
Oh yeah, he's
Spreading
pushing those
across
Marauders
the
forward.
maps.
They're going to chase anything away.
Showcasing how Terran players should play against Zerg. This is really good, but you know, with these infested Terran eggs, has he overextended himself? Looks like this might get cleaned up. But the infestors are running out of energy.
Yeah, they are. They can. They're trying to fungal, but the spread's decent. That's all you need. You don't need an amazing Marine King spread. You just can you split your army into 2 groups and you'll negate 6 infestors.
And the Zerg does clean it up, but at the expense of his 3rd. And now with Happy taking his 4th, 5th, and 6th bases, it does not look good for the Zerg player.
A huge mistake here. I think if he just would have paused on the hive tech, and he would have had a bigger army to deal with that mid-game pressure, he could have been in a much better position, having a 4th or possibly even a 5th base already.
Happy sending forward another little troop of Marines and Marauders, and it's going to be enough to give these Zerglings a run for their money. And they're just going to run past and try to get to this planetary, to this other planetary. Happy is just completely defended here. But he gets in this time, but it doesn't matter at all. And there's the GG.
Yeah, that that came down to just build order loss partly. It's a very difficult build to pull off versus Terran, especially Terran like Happy, who's known to be aggressive.
Right, I think if he maybe hadn't have gone Hellions, it might have worked. But I think you're exactly right. Anyways.